You have always been an acclaimed curator of upcoming art or established whatever different forms. So, a what did you find promising or impressive about Lata Man's form of art, or what was it that the unique aspects that you found that you kind of immediately supported her, associated with her, and did what you could do best? Which, of course, you are always an altruistic person, always willing to help promote this art. So, Lata, what was it that you
Drew
felt
me.
it drew you, and you said, okay, I am there with you? What was that?
So I actually have innumerable people coming to me with their art, and most often one wants to encourage them but not actively participate in the journey of taking the art forward to an international forum. But the reason I take on a particular artist in my life is when I feel an indelible attraction to the metaphor, the form, the entire palette. So there's so many reasons an artwork is enigmatic or a collection is enigmatic. It's not only the painting visually like a picture, it's also the messages and the philosophy going through in the art. And that was one of the things that attracted me with this oeuvre. In my life, I must have presented around 25 artists, and each and every artist has become very, very successful.
Correct.
I don't touch artists who, are repetitive or derivative of European art or of Impressionist art. I'm very particular that it has to be original, it has to be from the heart, it should not be copies or derivative, and most importantly, a certain genuine thought or a certain philosophy coming through, which has a meaning to the rest of the world. In this oeuvre, which I entitled Meanderings, I have named each and every work. Each and every work was named by me to convey the ethos and the philosophy behind the work. But the overriding message that came across to me was of having spent time getting these works framed, created, mounted, labeled, posted. What came to me in my interaction with the artist who's here with me
Lata.
today, Lata, is that it's a woman achiever. I've always been a supporter of women achievers, women who've gone beyond the limitations of their situation, of patriarchy, of chauvinism, of playing the role of a housewife and not so much being able to live their dreams. Here is a person who reached out despite challenges, has taken every opportunity to create and has actually spoken through her works. So the bedrock of her entire journey has been her works, her paintings. It comes through very clearly in the metaphor of light, in the metaphor of an ocean breaking free from boundaries, of the metaphor of clouds, which speak about shadows but also speak about the moving of a difficult period. Clouds do go and clouds do also give shade. So there is a double entendre. We see a certain message of hope and optimism, which is what I'd like to give to not only all the women who are viewers of the works, but also to all human beings. And works that speak like this, that encourage, that give optimism. It's so important to give impetus, but in this case, there's also a lot of creativity. This artist has also worked with her hands, so technique is also unique. She doesn't use a paintbrush. Yes, so the work is very inspiring. I'm inspired by it, and I hope to take it to a world audience.
Okay, Lata, ma'am, tell us, as she just mentioned, you've been doing with your fingers. I observed that a lot of intricate and, very meticulous, the graphic, detailing in your painting, the vibrant colors, and, it's something, you get immediately mesmerized or engaged, watching your paintings. So, what is it that, according to you, is unique about your paintings?
See, like you're saying, the colors and all. I would say, like a journey outside, is a street leading within. You know, when I love nature, I love the colors. It makes, gives me like painting is a passion, and the colors in nature inspire me. And when I put the colors in front of me on the palette, like she said, I paint with the fingers, so I just pick up the paints, and many times it comes from within, you know, the whole scenario, and I'm also sometimes amazed by the scene I've created, in 10-15 minutes I'll make a full sky, and it's not like I've thought of it. It has come from within, like that.
See, the word painting has pain in it.
Huh, huh.
At times, we often see artists bringing out, projecting their pain on the canvas.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
the word
How
heart.
perceptive of you to have noticed that.
The word heart has art in it. So
Yeah.
it's like pain
Yeah.
and heart.
Yeah.
In your paintings, do we see these elements?
Yeah, it is just
Absolutely. In fact, she has had so many challenges, which it may not be possible to elucidate. But when an artist speaks, it's through the art. The artist doesn't speak. I'm sitting here presenting her work to the world because the artist is only willing to speak through the colors that they imbue into their canvases, is only willing to speak through an oeuvre which is so kaleidoscopic and so dramatic that I was compelled, even though I have a very great backlog of work, I was compelled to do this show, Meanderings. And if you go through each and every work, you'll see the way, each work, each title speaks of a particular journey in life. And most women in India do feel a level of responsibility, subjugation, and a lack of sharing by the spouse. That is very typical to this country. I hope that changes, and I hope people like Lata, who speak through their works, and people like me who present them, can bring that change in the male population of not only our country but also of the world.
Nisha, there's a question which crops up in the minds of a whole lot of media. Why is it that Nisha never ever thought of facing the movie camera and acting?
Well, I have done a few vignettes with Madhur Bhandarkar,
you've done page
and
3?
I've done page 3, I've done fashion and one more, and I still feel I'm very young and able to face the camera. I wanted to finish certain dreams. I wanted to write a few books. I wanted to first be known for my intellect and then for my other assets.
Is there any dream co-actor you would like to share screen space with?
Well, I've always been a very close friend of Sushmita's. I think she's a great performer.
And
She's
a
somebody.
male co-actor?
A male co-actor would definitely be have been Om Puri. I always thought he's a brilliant actor, and I think Ranveer Singh is a brilliant actor. He's very versatile, very humorous. He's the same out of screen and on screen. He's somebody I've known before he started out. So he's a great person in my opinion, and I love his wife. I think they're a great couple. So yeah, Ranveer Singh would definitely be a great person to share screen space with. I'm more fond of some of the character actors who are very, very talented. But yes, Ranveer is a fabulous actor.
Lata ma'am, as Nisha ma'am was saying, you have something very, very unique sort of the way you paint, it's
With the
not
fingers.
through
Yeah.
the brush,
Yeah.
it's with the fingers.
Yeah.
So what normally do you try to portray in your painting? You have a certain specialized thing, normally it's about a person, normally it's you do floral or you do natural.
She's known for her landscapes,
Yeah.
and the landscapes are normal landscapes that you're sitting in front and painting. There is a lot of layering of light. There is a lot of layering of meaning. There is one of the overriding leitmotifs is the sky, and another very overriding leitmotif is water. And there is a translucency to the work. There is an imbued meaning to the work. There is a work where in a square, market square in a foreign country in Romania, people are waiting. The message there is that we wait for marriage, we wait for children, we wait for a bigger house. And yet when you get a bigger house or children or marriage or best friend, it comes with its own set of pain and problems. So the message in that painting is live for now, enjoy every second. So that painting is called Waiting. So every painting has a certain message. There's a painting that she's done of the ghettos of Bombay, which, you know, where all the homes are so close together and yet they live so happily and so with so much joie de vie. They help each other, they dry each other's clothes, they watch each other's children when the ladies go to work. Does that happen in the high rises, in the ivory towers? No. The other day I had somebody come to my house, somebody, you know, was working in my architectural team, and he said, "Madam, आपके घर के सामने तो आपको मालूम भी नहीं कौन रहता है, कोई जिंदा है या नहीं है, आपको कैसे पता चलेगा? हमारे घरों में तो हम अंदर बाहर घूमते रहते हैं, इतना भाईचारा है." So what his message was is very clearly imbued in the painting called Proximity, where you see a whole lot of people living, and Bombay is actually the lighthouse of this message.
For so many years she's been painting, and like as you said, like, she's so experienced, but she didn't have the solo as like,
Because not every artist is looking at publicity or money. Sometimes an artist is looking at creation, and then there comes somebody in their lives who will take them to another level. True art does not always, you see Van Gogh, he painted all his life and died. His brother Theo took him to another level and made him into a world hero. So I don't believe a true artist or a true astrologer or a true healer is looking for monetary gain, because that actually adulterates the art. Because an artist is not a salesman. There are two different roles. There is an artist, and then there is a curator, and then there is a, these days an online platform. So we are doing various ways. In fact, you'll be happy to know nearly 80% of the works were sold on the first 3 days.
Ma'am,
And,
Lata ma'am,
yeah,
what have you to say? How will you
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
Nisha ma'am? Like, and she's given you such a big
Yeah.
platform, and
Yeah,
she's promoting.
first I would say, like, on your earlier questions about the solo and all that, like your creation, you have put all your heart, you don't think of parting with them, I've been living, loving them and all that, and then from here I will come to what you are asking. And then, Nisha came to me and she said, I can do your work, like, so I told her to go ahead, and I'm very, very thankful to her because even she knows. In between, I was telling her, okay, sell few works and okay, But she said, no, Lata, you have to bring the art
be
to
brave.
the world, You have to show your works and you have to come forth. So that way she has encouraged.
How you thought of going ahead, like maybe bringing her work to the world, like what sort of a platform, like you'll be having?
So my life has been about promoting art, not only contemporary art, but I've written 2 books on promoting traditional craftsmen of India who have no voice. They are living in villages, no one wants to promote them, and very soon our traditional indigenous Indian crafts are going to become extinct. So I not only promote fashionable and wealthy artists, but also village artists who are the backbone of this country, the ambassadors of this country. So for me, it's been a journey right since childhood of buying, promoting and living art. I have never gone for more materialistic, objets. For me, it's all about art. My life has been about art. I won't call myself a collector because that sounds acquisitive. I call myself a lover of art. And what will I do with this art? I mean, I've already 80% has gone to lovers who are going to hang it and love it. And Lata is going to paint more. So please look forward to another show very soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wish you all the very best.